a couple things that I'll say is this practice is entirely for you. Yes, I'm here guiding you. Yes, I'm offering suggestions. Yes, I'm instructing your body in ways to do things, but this is where you get to take agency of what feels best for you. So just because I suggest something or tell your body what to do doesn't mean you have to do it. So these are all invitations. But I do want you to get curious about why you aren't doing what you're doing, because a lot of what we do in this practice is about meeting edges, is about meeting discomfort. So we have this space to I guess practice being uncomfortable. So we can be with discomfort out there, right? And I take you on a journey. There'll be moments of structure where, just like a yoga class or fitness class, I tell your body what to do, and that's intentional. I always want to keep our bodies safe. There's going to be moments of structured freedom where there's a container of what your body's doing, and then a little bit of freedom for you to explore. Then there's going to be moments of complete freedom. And that can be extremely liberating for some of us, or extremely terrifying for others, or somewhere in between. And wherever you are on that spectrum is exactly where you're supposed to be. And it's this practice is just a self study to see our habits and patterns that aren't necessarily helpful anymore. Because we showed up here understanding that the body has wisdom. We know this. So this is a way for us to gain access to that wisdom. This is a way for us to understand the language of the body in a very gentle, kind way, where you get to choose what is best for you each time. And if that means, you know, not doing anything and just laying down and listening to my words, perfect. And if that means keeping your video off the whole time, perfect. If that means you want to show up and be seen at some point and turn your video on just to try it, you can, and you can turn it off. There's no wrong way to do this. This is only your way. And other things that can happen in this practice, because we are doing this from a bottom up approach, is, you know, the emotions can arise. All of a sudden, like, we can feel that we want to cry. So, this is also an invitation, if it feels comfortable and accessible to you, that you're able to manage this, that if tears want to come, to let them come and express. That this is a place, again, where we get to practice being with what it feels like to be a human from moment to moment. That we don't need to wipe away the tears. We don't need to pretend we're not crying. We don't need to, pretend we're in a good mood. We get to show up exactly as we are and move from that place and meet what needs to be met. There's nothing we have to search for or make happen today or figure anything out. We just get to meet what the body wants to tell us through sensation, through images, um, through whatever wants to come and show up. So you can only do this practice right. And I just want to say thank you for your courage to be here. And we'll get started in a moment. So I'm going to just put on some music. And another thing I want to say, yes, it's being recorded, but this recording is only for what I share. It's only sharing me. So anything that is shared between us in this group, whether we do something, if we want to say something now or after, none of that gets recorded, none of that gets seen. It is just for because I record these videos and I put them on my website and people can take them on demand if they want to. And so that brings me to, there will be an invitation to come back to the group after we practice, and we'll have about 15 minutes to share if we want to. It is not mandatory. You can just stay and listen to what we have to say. And this is one of my favorite parts of the practice, because we get to really meet ourselves from an embodied place, from being present and the wisdom that comes through during it. And there's no right or wrong way to share. This is a place where we get to practice speaking up for ourselves and using our voice in a contained way where none of this, it stays between us. Okay.